Welcome. The day is finished. The noise of the world has faded away. There is nothing left for you to solve. There is nothing left for you to organize. It is time to lay your burden down. Find the most comfortable position in your bed. Feel the mattress rising to support you, cradling the weight of your body. Let your head sink deep into the pillow. Close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and hold it for a moment at the top. And now, slowly release it through your mouth, letting all the tension leave your body. Why there? Again. Deep breath in, feeling expansive and calm. Slow breath out, melting into the surface beneath you. Tonight, we are going to a place outside of time. A place of absolute sanctuary. A place where silence is held sacred. Imagine you are standing before a massive door made of dark, ancient oak. It is thick and heavy, bound with iron straps. You reach out and place your palm flat against the wood. It feels cool, solid, and edgeless. You can feel the grain of the wood beneath your skin. You push the door open. It swings inward on colossal hinges that make a deep, low groan, not a harsh sound, but a welcoming one, like a sleeping giant shifting in its dreams. You step inside. The door closes silently behind you, sealing out the modern world completely. You have arrived. The atmosphere of the Great Hall. You are standing in the Great Hall of an ancient library in the middle of the night. The space is immense. The ceiling soars upwards, lost in the shadows far above, a vast dome that holds the silence like a container. The first thing you notice is the smell. It is the most wonderful, comforting scent in the world. It is the smell of history. It is the sweet, vanilla-like scent of aging paper as the lignin breaks down over centuries. It is the rich, deep smell of old leather bindings. It is the faint, waxy scent of beeswax used to polish the shelves, and the dry, earthy smell of undisturbed dust. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs with this thick, quiet air. It tastes of stillness. The library is not dark. It is lit by the moon. Enormous, tall arched windows line the walls, and thick beams of silver moonlight slice through the darkness, illuminating millions of tiny dust motes dancing slowly in the air. They drift and swirl in lazy currents, like microscopic stars in a silent galaxy. You begin to walk down the center aisle. The floor beneath your feet is covered in a thick, plush Persian runner rug, woven in deep reds, blues, and golds that have faded into soft, muted tones over time. Your footsteps make no sound. You are a ghost gliding through history. On either side of you, massive bookshelves made of dark, carved walnut wood rise up like cliffs. They tower 3 stories high, filled from floor to ceiling with books. Thousands and thousands of books. They are not neat and orderly like a modern bookstore. They are a beautiful, textured chaos. Some are massive tomes, thick as bricks, bound in cracking calfskin with raised bands on the spines. Others are small, delicate volumes that look like they might crumble if touched too roughly. There are books in faded cloth of forest green, burgundy, and midnight blue. Their gilded lettering glints softly in the moonlight as you pass. You run your fingertips along the spines as you walk. You feel the rough texture of leather that has been handled by hundreds of hands before yours. You feel the cool smoothness of gold foil lettering. You feel the slight grittiness of dust settling on the tops of the pages. The silence here is profound. It is not an empty silence. It is a thick, heavy silence. It is a blanket that wraps around you, muffling your thoughts, slowing your heart rate. It is a protective silence. The only sound is the very distant, very slow ticking of a grandfather clock somewhere deep in the building. Talk. 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 The space between the ticks is an eternity of quiet. It is the slow heartbeat of the library. The slow ascent. You reach the end of the Great Hall. Before you is a magnificent spiral staircase made of ornate cast iron. It twists upwards into the darkness, leading to the mezzanine levels and the high galleries. You place your hand on the iron banister. The metal is cool against your skin, smooth and solid. You begin to climb. Your steps are slow and deliberate. You feel the slight reverberation of the iron structure beneath your feet with each step. You wind upwards, higher and higher. As you climb, your perspective changes. You look down into the great hall. The rug below looks like a ribbon. The moonbeams seem to stretch further. The air up here is slightly warmer, rising from the floor below. You reach the second-floor gallery. This is a narrower walkway that circles the entire library, looking down over the balcony railing. The shelves here are closer, creating narrow, cozy aisles. You walk down one of these aisles. It is darker here, shielded from the direct moonlight. The shadows are deep and soft like velvet. You feel safe cocooned by these walls of knowledge. You stop at a random shelf. You reach out and select a book. You don't look at the title. It doesn't matter. You cradle the book in both hands. It is heavy. You feel the weight of the words inside it. You slowly open the cover. The spine makes a soft, gentle creaking sound, a sound that hasn't been made in perhaps 50 years. You hold the open book up to a patch of moonlight. The pages are thick and textured, made of old rag paper, not modern pulp. They are slightly yellowed at the edges, foxed with small brown spots of age. You inhale the scent of the open book. It smells dry, sharp, and sweet all at once. You turn a page. The thick paper makes a soft, whispering sound against your thumb. There is an illustration on the page. A detailed etching of a botanical specimen, a fern. The ink is sepia-toned. You trace the delicate lines of the drawing with your fingertip, feeling the slight indentation where the printing plate pressed into the paper centuries ago. You do not read the text. You just appreciate the existence of the book. You close it gently and slide it back into its slot on the shelf. It fits perfectly, snug against its neighbors. The hidden nook. You continue walking along the gallery until you find what you are looking for. Tucked away in a corner, situated in a large bay window that overlooks the moonlit grounds outside, is a reading nook. There is a massive, overstuffed leather armchair here. The leather is old, worn soft like butter, creased with thousands of lines that tell the story of countless hours of comfort. Next to the chair is a small, round oak table. On the table sits a green glass banker's lamp with a brass pull chain. You do not turn it on. The moonlight is enough. You sit down in the armchair. It sighs under your weight, a soft puff of air escaping the cushions. You sink into it. It surrounds you, holding you up. You put your feet up on the matching leather ottoman. You lay your head back against the high wingback of the chair. You look out the window. The moon is high and bright, casting a silver sheen over an overgrown garden outside. Ancient oak trees stand silhouette against the night sky, their branches unmoving in the still air. You are completely alone. You are completely safe. You are guarded by millions of stories, surrounded by the thick walls of stone and wood. The outside world does not exist. The deepening silence, the final task. You sit for a long time, just breathing. The rhythm of your breath matches the rhythm of the distant clock. In. Out, talk. Talk. Eventually, you decide to perform a small task. You are the guardian of this place tonight. Near the chair, there is a small wooden cart holding a stack of books that need reshelving. You decidito put them away. Not as work, but as a walking meditation. You stand up slowly from the comfortable chair. You take the first book from the cart. It is a medium-sized volume bound in dark green cloth. You walk slowly down the aisle, looking for its home. You enjoy the feeling of the thick carpet under your shoes. You enjoy the play of shadow and moonlight on the towering shelves. You find the correct spot. There is a small gap waiting for the book. You gently slide the book into place. It makes a soft thump as it hits the back of the shelf. You run your hand over its spine, welcoming it home. You return to the cart. You take the next book. A large, thin atlas. You walk again. You are moving so slowly that if someone were watching, you would barely seem Tobe moving at all. You are part of the stillness. You find the section for maps. You slide the large atlas onto a lower shelf. You feel the cool, smooth H-wood of the shelf against the back of your hand. You continue this process. One book at a time. Walking. Sliding. Touching. There is no rush to finish. The night is endless. The task is endless. It is a comforting loop of quiet action. With each book you shelve, you feel your own thoughts being organized and put away. Worries shelved in a dark corner. Plans for tomorrow are shelved on a high shelf, out of reach for now. Regrets are filed away in a dusty archive, forgotten. Your mind is becoming like the library. Vast, quiet, and ordered. Conclusion and final sleep induction. You have shelved the last book. The cart is empty. Your duty is done. You return to the deep leather armchair in the window nook. You sink back into its welcoming embrace. It feels even softer now, even more supportive. The library is settled. You can feel the millions of pages around you resting. The ink is sleeping on the paper. The dust is sleeping on the shelves. You look up at the ceiling, lost in the shadows above. You close your eyes. The smell of old paper and vanilla is thick and sweet around you. The silence is deep in your ears. You are safe in the sanctuary of dust and ink. Your body is heavy. So heavy you could not move it if you wanted to. Your legs are heavy, sinking into the ottoman. Your arms are heavy, resting on the arms of the chair. Your eyelids are heavy, sealed shut by sleep. You are drifting now. Drifting on the sea of silence that fills this great room. Drifting deeper into the quiet. Deeper into the past. Deeper into sleep. The distant clock ticks one more time, talk, and then, even that sound fades away. There is only silence. There is only sleep.